personally, I have never played Face Hunter ever. I did not get a Golden Hunter as my first class. I did not get it in like week number 2.
Sure. All right, well, we're jumping into Paladin versus...
Yeah, it's Paladin versus Druid. Oh, the horse that's coming back.
Yeah.
Well, 2-1 Ohio State.
Yep, and that's a lot of ramp early on for Wooster. Feels like a good curve, and ew.
Yeah.
That
Here's
man
the thing.
from Ohio State.
Here's the thing. Blessing Hammer. I'm sorry, Blessing Hammer. Blessing Kings, great card. Cog Hammer, great card. But you got to have minions in play for these to work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that Blessing Kings has no targets except for your opponents, and the Cog Hammer doesn't grant you the taunt in the Divine Shield on that minion. Mm-hmm. So Ohio State's going to have to figure out what's the best way to balance these coming turns. You know, because right now they're kind of relying on their next 2 draws to get set up.
What is he doing?
He's just having a good time, man.
Yeah.
He's just playing Hearthstone. This is what I look like when I'm in my room by myself playing Hearthstone. And I'm like, you guys wish I was streaming right now.
Yeah.
I don't own one of those hats, though. I'm going to have to go pick one of those up.
Ohio State actually looks a little bit defeated here. This hand, I mean, it really is just rough. He's petting him. Yep.
Yeah,
this is what this broadcast has
this is the direction it's taken.
Yeah.
Turn 1 Noble Sacrifice. I think it's unlikely Wooster checks for this on turn 1, especially given their hand. They have so much ramp available. But Ohio State's going to have to find a minion, and they're going to have to find one quick. Shielded Minibot would be the best. And speak of the devil.
There it is.
All year long, I've been calling the card so great. Nobody cares who was until he put on the mat.
Nobody cares who he was.
Nobody cares who I was until I put on the mask. I guess I was wondering which would break first.
It took him like 3 hours to write that. He's like, oh, no.
He's like, what's the quote? Let me Google this real quick.
Well, double Darnassus Aspirant is still a pretty intimidating board to be staring down, even if you have a Shielded Minibot and a Cog Hammer.
Yeah, can't quite take out both of these, but the Cog Hammer certainly providing a bit of leverage in this position. You know, it's almost certain they'll end up in a favorable position in the coming turns. Now, the problem with it is the other 2 cards in their hand are Double Sacrifice and Redemption. So how do they take advantage of the fact that they can get this advantage? And that's really the big story I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
They're like, do we want to kill that 2-3-1 or that 2-1-1 and knock the 2-3 down to a 2-1? Well, they've done the math.
It's the same outcome.
And they go to the face. I was wrong.
Nope. Yeah, got to take at least 1 out because running the risk of your opponent playing like a Druid of the Claw is way too high because then their Darnassus Aspirants just stay up, and unless you have a Consecrate, you're not getting through that. And Wooster now, their turn before this was pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, it really was, but now it's like, what do you do? This is kind of an awkward position to be in. And so I look at this and I wonder, does the Savage Combatant really change this? I think Pilot Shredder's still the best minion you can play.
Oh, wow.
They're looking at Wild Growth. Interesting.
That's bold.
So this play tells me that they want to knock off this Shielded Minibot right away. They don't want Blessing of Kings to be a big factor. They want to make sure they maintain control. Even in the face of something like Redemption, maybe they can get a comeback by redeeming that Shielded Minibot and just having those extra bodies around. Ohio State draws dead again. Whew, this is a tough spot, and Wooster, they're still rolling into a 5-mana turn here.
What do you do? Just play all 3 secrets?
I think
crazy.
Noble Sacrifice, Avenge, and Token is a little bit better.
Yeah, because then at least you can have a board presence next turn if Wooster decides to trade into that 1/1. Redemption feels like you can have a lot better timing on that card.
Here's the only thing I think Ohio State really could have going for them in a position like this. It's that Wooster may interpret this as a repentance. And if that's the case, does it change the way they play their minions? That's really their only hope. So Wooster just happens to have Pilot Shredder, so they're not fearing anything. And Ohio State, well, they do now have some gas in the tank, but they already have 3 secrets down.
They've been through a lot of their secrets already.
So a lot of this is going to come down to whether or not Wooster, pops any of these secrets this turn.
Yeah.
I think you just play the Redemption. Let's go. 5 upstairs.
Yeah, Redemption is basically going to be like a 1-mana 2/1.
Yeah,
this
they're going to hang on to it still. What they're hoping for is that this tells me they have a second copy of Redemption in their deck, and they're hoping that they can get that out of the way with the Mysterious Challenger.
Yeah. Oh, look at this Keeper of the Grove. This is going to be brutal.
Yeah, when you can pull the old 7 power off the board for 4 mana,
Yeah.
this is tough stuff.
Yeah, and even though Mysterious Challenger is going to come down on turn 6 for Ohio State, they might just be a little bit too far behind to pull it back.
That's the thing we were talking about earlier. The way that you fight against Mysterious Challenger is you get your board position set up ahead of time. And so when that's the case, you can take away a lot of the options and a lot of just the disruption mechanic that Mysterious Challenger provides. So going to check the Pilot Shredder first. It's 1-4, not a big deal for them. And there's 4 secrets. Now, is the Dr. Boom going to be enough to end this game? That's the question I'm asking myself at the moment, because Wooster is still going to be able to kind of fight through this board position.
Yeah. So we've been through 2 Noble Sacrifices and 1 Avenge, right? Is that correct? Both Noble Sacrifices? Because there's only 4 secrets on the board right now.
Yeah.
So we have Repentance. Maybe there's just 1 Redemption. I don't know if we've been through the second Noble Sacrifice.
No, the second Noble Sacrifice hasn't been gotten through. That was the first one that was sitting there.
All right,
time,
so yeah, okay. So that's probably just 1 Redemption in their deck. So that's that 5th secret that's
we have
missing.
been through both Noble Sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
Because they played the one on turn 1. That's what it was. Darnassus Aspirant checked that turn 1 Noble Sacrifice. That's what it was.
Okay, so they run 2 Redemptions.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they held on
Yeah.
to it, is because they run 2 Redemptions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Force of Nature is going to be the play here. They get the word there's no Noble Sacrifice. And so why not take out this Mysterious Challenger? They do lose that combo potential, but again, they're kind of fighting more of an attrition battle right now.
Yeah. The question is, will they have a way to deal with the Dr. Boom?
Someone called for the Doctor. Did you see the windmill motion that Ohio State made?
No.
He picked his hand up and he windmilled it over the top and acted like he was slamming the Dr. Boom down.
Nice.
Yeah. Dunk on him.
That was a 7. What was he saying? Dr. 7?
I think he was just dunking on him.
Okay.
Ah, got him.
Well, Worcester has a Dr. Boom of their own, but they do know that one of these secrets is Repentance.
Yeah, and that's a big problem for them at the moment.
Yeah, so Repentance,
Avenge,
and Competitive Spirit.
could be Competitive Spirit, yeah. Actually,
I think it has to be Competitive
yeah.
Spirit.
Can't be eye for an eye.
Nope, because they check with the 1 damage.
Well, I was thinking just because nobody plays that card. So they're going for swipe here. There's the Avenge.
Yikes! That Dr. Boom is huge!
It's definitely big at the moment, but you got to take what you can get.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's 7 damage to the face. And this Dr. Boom's going to have 11 attack. All of a sudden, they draw into a true silver champion. They win the game.
Or Blessing of Kings. Blessing of Kings will end it too.
Or Blessing of Kings. Ah, the suspense!
The worst card of the deck! Ah!
Well, I mean, this juggle can still be a big deal. How are they going to take this Dr. Boom out?
I don't know, man.
That one face. Well, it probably took out the
5-1. Yeah, that hit the 5-1 for sure. They're like, yeah, another point of damage to face!
Well, I don't think there's any way that Worcester comes back from this one. I mean, this is the strength of Secret Paladin. There was a dominating board position for Worcester. Mysterious Challenger comes out with nearly nothing in the hand, and they still won.
Yeah, Wooster.
The horse mask is off.
Nothing.
They were doomed as soon as he took that off.
As soon as he put it on, rather.
Sure, whichever way you want to look at it.
Wow, look at Ohio State. They can't believe they won that one. Honestly, it's tough for me to believe it, too. I mean, like you said, Wooster had initiative on board. It looked like they had the options to take care of what was thrown at them. But just a couple of secrets disrupting the way the combat works and drawing that Dr. Boom right when they needed it was the big difference in this game. Without that Dr. Boom draw, I'm not sure they had the gas left to take care of this one.